Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Delaware Camera is your #1 spot for all your camera needs, education, accessories, printing, and more. Located at 2635 Delaware Avenue in Buffalo. Visit cameraspot.com.
Right on the set. Good. Welcome, hello, True Believers. Welcome to the latest True Believers Tech Talk Tuesday. I'm back. I'm not producer Will. Will was on last week, and I hope you enjoyed his show. But I'm back now because I was in Minnesota last week going to the pro show. Vicente, stop making faces at me. So I was at the pro show. As you know, Delaware Camera, Jack's Cameras. We carry ProMaster as our product, as our accessory brand, and we have a show every year where we kind of collaborate with different dealers and stuff from all over the country and all over the world. There was a guy from England there this year, and we kind of bounce ideas off each other, learn things in the industry, and kind of collaborate for a better small camera store world, which is what we are a part of. So we're actually going to have a recap of new things that we learned at the show in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. But today we're going to have some alumni on who are going to tell us about what they're up to. We're going to have Sarah Wintle and Vicente Rondon.
Did you forget his name?
Yeah. Oh, so sorry.
You're getting us demonetized here, Vicente.
Sorry, everybody.
You're not on camera.
We've known each other for years.
So housekeeping as we normally do. We have October 15th. Alan Shapiro is doing a talk at the Grapevine. It's sponsored by the NFRCC, and you can buy tickets. There's a link on our stuff. We just sent an email out. We're going to have links on our social media. If you want to go to that, there's food there too. So anyway, so he's going to talk about his stuff. Go to our social media. You can learn more about what he's going to talk about. It's going to be a pretty cool day. There's going to be education, food, discussion, all sorts of good stuff. So that's October 15th at the Grapevine. As far as other stuff we've got going on here, we're going to have classes back soon. We're going to have some online classes, maybe some in-person classes. Keep on the lookout for it. I know we've promised it before, but they'll be back. We're just so busy in the store doing a lot of other stuff that we haven't really had a chance to get all this stuff together. But if you need like a solo class or like a one-on-one class, we do that too. So give us a call, email us, and we'll hook you up with that. One thing I wanted to talk about today, coming off the pro show, is this pro nomadic bag that we have. Said they stop. You're not coming back on the show ever again.
Okay. It's on the back, dude. It says it. It says it right there.
We have fun here. Anyway, this nomadic bag that we got in, which I think is pretty cool. So I want to talk about it for 5 minutes and show you a couple of things that it does. It's a sling bag. You know, you can throw it over your shoulder. You can throw it over Vicente's shoulder
Just
here.
wash my hair.
Vicente on this?
Yep.
Okay, so the cool thing about this bag, as our model Vicente is showing, is that, okay, you don't know about this bag, do you?
I don't.
All right.
I've never seen it. This is
So
awesome.
say you're a street shooter like you are.
Shoot on the
You have
streets.
a couple different lenses in your bag and stuff. you
Keep it light.
It opens up, and this bag is rigid when you open it. So if you've got to work here,
This is actually pretty awesome.
do stuff with it, you have a good work surface here to kind of do what you gotta do, like put your camera here, have a couple lenses, any accessories you have in here, and it has this quick close. So if you don't want to zip it back up, just sling it over here, and you can get to your stuff pretty easily. We'll do a more in-depth thing.
How much is this?
I'm not sure.
This is awesome.
Okay.
Like actually already, like this is actually pretty cool.
It's priceless.
He's not just saying that either. But anyway,
Yeah, this is awesome.
on the bottom, can you see that one? You can put a tripod down here too if you have a small tripod. So that's cool too. So this is a Nomadic brand camera bag. It's a Peter McKinnon signature model. So come in and check it out. We have some
Yeah,
we
sorry.
have some other Nomadic products. We have some cases for like cases. We have cases for like memory cards and stuff like that. There's different dividers you can put in your camera bag. We have a lot of stuff in stock we just got in recently, so we are fairly excited about that, so come and check that out. And when we come back, we are going to have Vicente and Sarah on to talk about what they've got going on these days, because they've got some stuff going on these days.
We failed upwards, Mark.
You did. Anyway, are we off now? Anyway, I'm here.
$500 bag.
Yeah. Now it's
That
200.
bag is so durable you can toss it off camera
Yeah.
into nothing,
Yeah.
and it's still good. So anyway, I have Vicente and Sarah on, and say hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
And these guys used to both work at Delaware Camera in their past lives, and
I think I know.
they are pay attention to your cues. They now have just done a cool thing, which I went to the opening
This is too close.
a few weeks ago. Was it a few weeks ago?
What?
Your studio. opening.
Oh, it was June?
It
was
wasn't
it
that
June?
long ago.
No,
it
it was
July?
that was August. Our studio opening was in August.
Yeah, it
You
was.
guys
August.
didn't take notes or make notes about what we're going to talk about here. Anyway, so tell us about your studio that you guys have opened together.
Well, it's in Black Rock, wonderful and up-and-coming neighborhood in Buffalo. 105 Germain Street, Black Rock, and it's a small storefront. Well, it started off as a small storefront, was a soda fountain and candy shop. Has two beautiful, like very wide open windows in the front that allows for natural light to come in. It's got hardwood floors. Sarah did an amazing job in designing the place, like making sure that it was painted and also decorated beautifully. Like, I mean, seriously, if you get a chance, even if you don't need a photograph, you should come by just to see the work that Sarah did. But yeah, it's a nice small studio space that allows for us to get our headshots and family portraits done.
Are
Yeah.
you guys there all the time, or is it like an appointment only thing?
It's appointment only. You know, I'm sure once in a while, if you're in the neighborhood for some reason, you could walk by, see the.
Black Rock.
Yeah, if you're just walking around the neighborhood,
Yeah.
you know, you might see one of us in there, and you know, people can always feel free to
Are
stop
they free
and say
to
hello.
knock if you're in there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
absolutely.
You guys are a business and all.
We do have like neighbors coming through every once in a while
Yeah.
just to say hi. So yeah,
Cool. You guys should do like neighbor portraits.
actually, we were talking about doing exactly that.
That's pretty cool. That would be
We're ahead
awesome.
of you.
But
Yeah,
I've got a big little secret plan for
Big
the
rock.
studio that I'm going to start offering tintype photographs there.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the secret to
So-
some
That's
people.
cool.
Yeah.
There were some people doing that a couple years ago, but that's really awesome. That's an other. What? There were. Rob Barr. Rob Barr. Shout out Rob Barr. He was doing those a few years
Shout
ago.
out to Rob Barr.
Anyway, did you
Good
guys
dude.
get taken by him?
No, I've met him once, and he's a pretty solid dude.
You should meet Rob Barr. You would like him. Anyway, Rob Barr. Shout out. Anyway, so tintype. So why'd you decide on tintypes is offering that?
You know, I had met some wet plate artists probably like a decade ago, and I had done some modeling for them as they came through town. And in that, you know, I saw the process and just immediately fell in love with it. They were nice enough to allow me to like try my own plates and things like that. But I kind of just have always had this idea that I'd really like to learn it myself. Now, about 10 years later, I've got the capital, the space,
Yeah.
and the time to learn it. So I went to a really in-depth workshop called Camp Tintype with John Coffer, and feel pretty proficient in this process now. So I'm really excited to offer, you know, these portraits not only because I think there's a lack of it here in this area, and it is a really specialized process. You know, it's not super easy to do, but also just because I absolutely love doing it. I think it's something that's really special, one of a kind. You know, you're not going to get it everywhere.
Yeah. So other than like, I know we'll talk to Vicente first, and Sarah just talked. Other than your studio, what kind of other stuff do you have going? I know you have your ongoing project, which I love. Tell us about some other stuff you're into, you have going on.
I just started teaching over at Damon College. Actually, I've been teaching digital photography.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful group of students. Shout out to any of you that might be watching this right now, and I hope you're doing your assignment. It's very serious.
I don't know how you take him seriously as a teacher.
Because
Is it
I'm
the
a
sweater?
very good teacher.
It's the sweater.
And I have a
isn't
whole
it?
bunch of these sweaters, so yeah,
Yeah.
they take me
Do you have
seriously.
one for
I think
every
it's
day of
the
the week or
sweater.
every day of the month?
Pretty much, dude.
Okay,
Yeah, it's kind
fair
of
enough.
awesome. So yeah, I've been teaching at. What was that?
Doesn't say Rogers.
Hey, that's right. I've been teaching at Damon College, and also I've been looking to make more personal work. I've been really making sure that I've been making photographs every week.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that at another point for that specific project.
Okay.
But other than that, just trying to maintain my new business as a freelance independent photographer. Doing work for unions has been really fun. Doing work for nonprofits has been fantastic. And doing a lot of teaching gigs outside of Damon College has been wonderful too.
Very cool. Sarah, what have you been up to? How is your wedding season?
Oh, wedding season is full swing. October seems to be the most busy month
Yeah.
for me for the past few years. Everybody has kind of
Yeah.
started going towards fall weddings as opposed to summer.
Yeah.
So yeah, super busy with that. People want their family photos, their engagement sessions. But I also, do a lot of interior work for, interior designers or people who are listing Airbnbs, real estate, that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
that's cool.
Yeah, so I like to keep my options open.
Yeah. Some of those Airbnb photos are kind of.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it depends.
desired.
Depends on the Airbnb. Thankfully, luckily, I have had only really great Airbnbs to photograph, so I got
Nice.
some good clients.
Nice. Very cool.
Poignant question time, I
Yeah.
think. Sarah, why do you think that more people are working their way towards fall weddings instead of summer weddings?
Probably because it's hot
Oh,
and uncomfortable.
understood.
It has
understood.
been I've been shooting weddings this summer. There's some
Nobody wants to sweat.
There's some 2-shirt days, and I don't. These guys with the jackets on. I don't know what
I feel like you were leading somewhere with that question.
No, I was actually just asking a poignant question.
I don't know. I don't trust you.
That's
But
really messed up, man.
So it's been going good though. People have been coming in, calling you, getting a
Oh
hold of
yeah.
you.
Yep.
Good.
It's every year, just and it's also super referral based. So, you do a great job with one client, and then they want to tell their friends about you. So I kind of like getting passed around the friend group. Well, okay, sorry.
Well-
that was not how I meant that.
You heard it here first, Instagram. If
stop.
anybody is looking.
We're on YouTube. buddy.
Oh, sorry.
In the sense that I get to see past clients at their friends' weddings.
That's always cool.
Yeah.
Just so we wrap this up, but I'm going to ask you a question here, a wedding question. Since
'Kay.
this guy, he'll be back next week for his what's in your bag.
Oh,
Have you ever shot someone's wedding and their second wedding?
No, actually. If any of my clients have gotten divorced, I am unaware of it.
Okay.
Um,
So you're batting 1,000
so
as far as you know.
I think that's maybe they didn't want to tell me.
Yeah.
However, that feels like a pretty good success rate,
Yeah.
and I don't think I have anything to do with it.
Fair
But
enough.
I'd
it
like to
might.
feel like maybe I do.
Yeah, you might have something to do with it. What if they love their photographs so much and they're like, wow, we were so happy and now we're fighting. And then they're like,
They just keep
you know,
the wedding
like,
album.
yeah, they're like, we were so
Anyway.
happy and now we're fighting. And then he's
It's like
like, you
the
know what,
Boston
let's
Terrier
work
of
on
truth.
this.
Yes.
So if people want to get a hold of you, have some work done, where do they get a hold of you guys?
Well, you guys are more than welcome to head over to my website. That's www.sarahwintle.com. There's an inquiry button there, or you can hit me up on Instagram,
Yep.
and that's just Sarah A. Wintle.
Okay, what about you, Vicente?
For me, it's www.vicente, that's VICENTE, Rondon, RONDON.com. It's VicenteRondon.com.
Vicente Rondon.
Or you could find, because I say it right, damn it. Or we could do Vicente Rondon Photo. That's my Instagram account. But on my website, there is also an inquiry button where you can get a hold of me by sending me a message. I'd give out my phone number, but I
you
almost
don't.
did that. Yeah, thank you. I almost did. Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming on, and I'm extremely proud of you guys. It seems like everyone who works here, does something greater. Not that we're not great, but you guys are you're branching out, which I think is awesome, which we enjoy seeing. And I'm glad. And you guys will always come back and support the store, which I appreciate as well. So we do appreciate that. You know, we're one, you know, small growing family, which I'm glad you guys are still around and stuff and, you know, doing great things.
Thanks.
We loved our time
Yeah.
here, and
Yeah.
I think we had a lot of fun.
We did have a lot of fun.
I like that you still invite us to come do these types of things, and we get to come to the store and hang out.
Yeah.
It's like old times.
Yeah, the store is a hangout. It's a photo hangout.
It is.
And also, you know what? I wanna add a little something serious here. Let's add a little something
Get your
touching.
tissues
okay?
ready.
Because even though this
We did this last
guy
time.
messed up my name, he's been one of my really good friends for the last 11 years, and Sarah's been one of my best friends for the last 8 years. It's been 8 years, right?
I don't know.
Like 8 years. And if it weren't for Sarah actually believing in me sometimes, I wouldn't be where I am. I'd be dead in a gutter.
Seems dramatic.
Like I'd be creatively dead in a gutter.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
I do appreciate the fact that you believe in me a lot. And also, every time that you've helped me out with film purchases, every time that you've helped me out with supporting my business, that has always been awesome. So I wouldn't be here if it weren't for the two of you. And I want to make that very clear. I love you very much.
Delaware
We're not
Camera's the
gonna hug on
place to
camera.
be.
Yeah. Delaware Camera is the
They're
place
gonna
to be.
help you out.
Yeah, if you want to be stressed, you want to get to the point of almost burnout, you want to leave because you're like, I can't do this anymore, and then you decide to do something with yourself even though you fail a lot at those things, and then you finally figure out what you're meant to do. That's where you start, Delaware Camera.
Now that Vicente's made it intense, we're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
But if you like this, like, share, subscribe. We'll be back next Tuesday with Vicente. He's going to do a What's in Your Bag. First of every month, we do What's in Your Bag.
About that off camera.
Last week of every month, we do an artist profile. And I think that might be producer Will next month,
That's right.
who actually will have a show up in the store, which we will...
Double right.
which we will get to advertise in the next little while.
When
So-
do we get to the point where we get to start asking you to research things real quick? Whatever, like we're doing like a conversation. I'm like, well, look that up, dude. Like, let's find out about that.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
As we
We'll
say
see you-
goodbye,
we'll-
can we do a 3-person high five?
All right.
1, 2, 3. Power.
We'll see you next week.
Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Delaware Camera is your #1 spot for all your camera needs: education, accessories, printing, and more. Located at 2635 Delaware Avenue in Buffalo. Visit cameraspot.com.